Hey folks, good morning from the office. I'm your host, BKP. We are North Georgia's only live online morning show. Josh, let's start right out and let the people know how to contact the show this Monday morning, 706-889-9700. And there is our email address and all the social media ways you could follow the show. Now, let me just say this, okay? Don't misunderstand, and that's a heck of a statement with this show. Don't misunderstand what I'm going to say. But if you're the kind of person that gets kindly offended and you do not want to, here are some of the ways you know you stopped at the wrong channel this morning. Now, I hate to put that. You should stick around. But if it really bothers you just to hear me fly out every once in a while just to say it, Pizzagate, you're at the wrong show. If it bothers you every once in a while that I remind you Seth Rich is dead, you're at the wrong place. You just are. Can't help it. If you are that easily offended, okay, wrong place to stop. I could not wait to get back here this morning. I'm serious. Friday, did you enjoy your 4th of July week? Now, 4th of July week is generally the number one vacation week of the year. So a lot of people are back to work this morning. Last week, Friday, the Thursday was 4th of July. So many fireworks displays. We're just going to say that. If you were at the baseball game, if you were at the lake, if you were downtown, they were everywhere. That was great, okay? But you had to rush back to work this morning, and we are here to put some things in perspective, okay? So sit back and sip your Starbucks coffee. I love when social media lights up. Now look, I get it. You guys are awesome out there. I mean, when you swear you're never going to drink a Starbucks coffee or walk in one again. I'm never walking in that damn Starbucks again. Hello? Yeah, you ready to sign the contract? Yeah. You know, the contract's worth $250,000 and my commission is pretty big. Yeah. Where you want to meet? Starbucks? Sure. Now here's the other side. Starbucks? Is there anything else close? No. Starbucks? Sure. I thought you said you'd never walk back through the door, but hey, it's a lucrative contract. I'm sorry. That's just the way I see it. I get so tired sometimes. Yes, we're going to talk about Starbucks. Yes, I don't go in Starbucks. I do not buy Starbucks coffee. I will say this, grocery stores, period, because I'm not going to pick on any single one because they're all over America. Grocery stores, a lot of them used to have nice little coffee areas, right? And places where you could drink coffee. And they sold out the Starbucks. And then they took the little coffee dispensers out. And if you go in there and you want to meet somebody and have a cup of coffee, you have to go to Starbucks. Oh, my God. So anyhow. All right, we'll talk about that in a minute. So the celebration, the 4th of July Independence Day celebration. Now, I want to keep it clear. I don't want to get not stuck on this great subject, but let's keep it clear. We celebrate the Declaration. Now, many of us, and I don't want to get in an argument because God knows people probably are very interested in correcting me on something at ASAP. But the Declaration of Independence is not just a piece of paper, parchment, is that what it's called? Parchment, whatever. It's not just something people signed. They declared something. You can't keep your ass out of Starbucks. You can't. You can't keep your ass out of Nike stores. You can't keep your damn feet out of Nike shoes. How the hell would you ever stand up for anything? I'm sorry. I know there's a lot of you out there. Your dear friends that you're serious. You'll never buy Nike. You don't see Nike on my ass anywhere. Shoes nowhere. You won't see it. I promise. You will not see me just hugged up at a Starbucks trying to sign some lucrative deal and throw all of what I believe away, because I am a first responder here at FetchYourNews.com. Me, myself personally, first responders, men and women, I am appreciative of them, and I have the highest respect for the work they do. All that being said, you can't keep your ass out of a Starbucks. How the hell would you declare an independence of anything and stand up for it? That's it. So the 4th of July there, we celebrate the Declaration, men that declared our independence. We celebrate what they did. We celebrate the independence that we have, that was declared, fought for it, and died for. Just saying. So the President of the United States is brilliant. The man is absolutely brilliant. I'm sorry, you don't have to like this guy. Obviously, there's a lot of people that don't. The man is brilliant. They can't help themselves. These are miserable people. I just am caught off guard at my age of how we got to where so many people hate this country so bad that we have no respect for the office of the presidency of the United States. Who was president in 1976? Look it up. Was it Jimmy Carter? I don't know. Was it? Just saying. Did we celebrate our bicentennial? Yes. Let's not go there. Don't have the time. So anyhow, the President of the United States is absolutely brilliant. He leads them along. They think, oh my God, the Trump show. They lied to America about military equipment, we'll call it that, ever being used at a show, at a 4th of July celebration. They lied to America about so many things. They lied and said Trump was going to politicize this. The only thing they have this morning and all weekend is the airport. So I watched the whole speech, and I watched the flyovers. Blue Angels, everything, and amazing pictures, okay? And I watched this crowd in the rain, and the teleprompter and the whole thing. I seen the wet glass in the rain. It doesn't matter. The guy said airport, and that's what they have. Highlighted every branch of our military, highlighted success in this country. He highlighted technological advances. He went through a list of things that we have achieved as a country, inventions, all the things we have done. He never said I or me, is my understanding through the speech that people had watched. I watched it. I listened for it. I didn't do a check off, but I read a lot of articles that said that. Never said I or me. And totally displayed this country, the greatness of the United States of America. At the same time, he got his opponents, his 20 opponents, to go throughout the country and campaign against the 4th of July. Seriously. They were out there saving our democracy once again from Donald Trump, when all Donald Trump was doing as President of the United States was celebrating this great country. That's it. They didn't have nothing to say after that. The media did not know what to do with it. Well, obviously, we were expecting this from Trump, and we were expecting this. So what's he really up to? So let's just look around here, and we'll move on from this, but I don't want to pass up the celebration, okay? Number 59, Josh. There are lies, and more lies about crowd size. I'm not going to make this show about the crowd size. Look at that. It's raining. Folks, look at this. I mean, this was an amazing, there's pictures everywhere, amazing turnout for this President of the United States. Let's go with number 60, Josh. They don't know what to do because they're not talking about this. And we're going to get to that later. When Trump was a novelty, and I don't know if that's the right word, but we'll just go with that. When he was starring as possibly the next president, according to them. Because the main the deep state media, ABC, CBS, MSNBC, CNN, they all are doing a show. Now, I'm going to say the sooner you learn that, the better off you are. But they're all doing a show, a daily show, okay? And you're in season X. We are binge watchers. Now, we can't binge watch this. We have to stay. But we binge watch these shows. And they're season 3, and they're season 4, and they're season 5. That's exactly how they're treating us. By the way, take a look at CNN and the collapse over there. Do you realize there's no morning international desk anymore? Yeah, check it out, okay? So when Dave Briggs, the ultimate liberal, and the lady that's with him, I forget her name, okay? But when they come on at 4 o'clock in the morning, they welcome world viewers. The international world viewers now. They've been doing that for about 2 weeks ago. About 2 weeks ago, they ended their international morning news desk. CNN had an international morning. They ended that, and now those viewers are funneled in to just CNN all over the world, okay? A, because they're collapsing, and B, that gives them an opportunity to take their negative footprint in this country around the world even further. So they lose, but they think, they're still getting their hate for America propaganda out. Also, CNN now is running movies, yes, to fill spots that they can't even sell anymore. All right, on with that. So, The Daily Show, when Trump was a novelty, okay, and they thought he was just the star in season 2016, he was on everything. Every single person, anybody that would invite him, CNN, it didn't matter. He would be on Morning Joe. It didn't matter where it was at. Trump was there because anybody wanted to talk to Trump. They're shutting that down. They're shutting that down, okay? You can watch all morning long many of the places, and this morning you will not see anything about that crowd size. You have to search for these stories. They're shutting that down. They don't want to highlight anything Trump has done. So let's look at just a couple more. Here's number 61, okay? There's number 61, and let's go to number 62. All right, there's setup of a tank. And let's go to this. There's so many. I can't pick the amazing pictures that I watched. Okay, let's go to 63. I really think this was my favorite. It was a little cloudy at that time. The weather was off and on, sunshine, rain, but that may be my favorite pick when I was watching live. Maybe, I'm not for sure. So while he's doing that, number 64, we'll go into this in more detail. Spartacus and many other Democrats were south of the border in Mexico, not helping, these Democrats were not helping the homeless in America. They were not volunteering at a food bank in America. They were not at a homeless shelter in America. They were not at an orphanage. I'll call it that. I don't know what to say, all right? They were not coming out and saying how they, at an orphanage, saying they wanted to participate in helping kids get adopted in this country. Let's see, the list could go on and on. They were south of the border. Yes, they were south of the border. This guy helped 5, I think, asylum seekers. He went south of the border and helped them. We'll talk about that later. You can't make this stuff up. Look, we're going to take a break. The first thing I want to do this morning is, we got a lot to go through, okay? First thing I want to do this morning is the census question. And I want to keep that to itself. Now, Josh, I understand on the sports show, okay, if they want to talk about it, They could talk about it, all right? I could care less. But number 54, okay? The women's American team won the World Cup, okay? So the takeaway is equal pay for better work, okay? This is the screaming. First of all, let me look at the camera and tell you something, okay? Don't hate me. Do not send me a message telling me how many billions of people in the world watch soccer. You got it? Don't do it. Don't send me a message. But don't send me a message, it's the most popular sport in the world. Don't do it, okay? I am not going to give you a hard time for watching it. I am not going to give you a hard time for sitting around watching somebody kick a ball. That's up to you. Fine. I do not like soccer. You may not like NASCAR. You may not like golf. You may not like badminton. I don't give a rat's patoot. You got it? I do not like soccer. I think every kid on a soccer field should have a baseball glove and a bat. I'm not mad. I'm not angry. I'm even bringing this out. So I don't care. Equal pay for better work. Are you serious? Are you serious? Number 53, U.S. women's soccer team wins 4th World Cup. I don't care if you're going to go to the White House. I don't care if you take a poll of the team. I do not care how many lesbians are on the damn team. I don't care what color your hair is Monday, Wednesday, or Thursday. I don't care. I do not. Don't care if you go to the White House. I don't care if you say F Donald Trump. I don't give and care about any of that. Okay. Number 52. World Cup and prize, men versus women. Fans chant equal pay after team clinches second 2-0 win over Netherlands. U.S. women's soccer team wins 4th. Men, okay, the prize money, men, 2018, the men's prize money was $400 million. 2019, Women's World Cup prize money was $30 million. I will just ask you to do me a favor because I'm going to go to break and I'm going to get to something serious about the census. All right? The world right now, as you know it, even the people that swear they're not socialists, but they are socialists, they forget at certain times. Go look up how much money Men's World Cup brings in. Is it over $1 billion? I mean, seriously, is it in the billions or over $1 billion? And then look up the amount of money that the Women's World Cup brings in. And see what average the disbursement is. That's all I'm saying. Because I'm going to tell you, this has got nothing to do with men and women. It's got to do with the amount of money brought in and disbursement. But you know what? I'm not an authority on that. I'm going to stay away from it because let me end with, like I told you in the beginning, I could care less if you go to the White House. I could care less about soccer. And you can go and kick around balls all you want. Does nothing for me. I'm your host, BKP. Welcome back this Monday morning. Census. How important is it? Why should the question be on there? And what will the media not tell you about the census and why we need that question? When we return, BKP out.